Hi, I'm Meg.
And I'm David.
Welcome to The Average Vegans, a podcast to help you live an attainable vegan lifestyle. We're not the ripped influencer vegans you hear about in other podcasts. We're just some ordinary people living in the South, eating plants and loving animals.
And on today's episode, as we drift into the holidays, we're talking about holiday gifts for vegans. And I don't know why I said drift, because we're not drifting. We're already slap dab in the middle of it. But drift, it's snowing somewhere. You got some snow drift. We're drifting into the holidays.
Wow, that's a stretch. That's a stretch.
And you know, it's good to stretch. It's good. It's good for the joints and tendons to really stretch. It helps you wake up. It's good. Everybody, tell you what, if you're sitting all day, everybody stand up and stretch. And if you're in the car, stop your car, pull over. Pull over first, then stop it. Don't stop it, then pull over. That's weird.
You're so goofy.
I really am.
Yes, like David said, we are talking about gifts that you can buy for the vegan in your life and gifts you can ask for that are vegan friendly or, something that might interest you that is definitely within the vegan realm. Our first little bit is you should absolutely support small businesses as much as humanly possible. Majority of my gifts that I've bought for my friends are either homemade or bought from Etsy and small businesses that I've found locally. I try not to buy from big businesses, but we are in a pandemic, so you kind of have to get what you can get. But we do push for you to support small businesses for sure.
Right. And I say Etsy's a great source. If you're looking for vegan options, a great place to go is to go into Facebook and finding a local vegan group. Like for us, that'd be Vegan Atlanta, Vegan California. Really, usually there's some sort of vegan your state here,
or even your city,
or your country, like that. If you're outside the United States. There's all kinds of people in there who make things on Etsy or they make things local, and you can go pick it up locally, which is great. Saves on shipping.
There you go.
But yeah, definitely any type of social media group where you have groups that are local, that are specific to your area and your state. Go in there and say, anybody make anything? Anybody have something to create? They'll be great Christmas gifts, and you'll be amazed at people who will just shower you with, oh my God, me.
Yes. All right, so we're going to start talking about some recommendations for gifts for the vegan in your life or for yourself if you are the vegan. So a lot of the things we're going to talk about are literally just things that we both want or already own or would buy for each other. So we kind of have a plethora of options. And we're going to first talk about food related stuff because, as you know, David and I love food. We talk about it a little too much on this podcast.
I got a whole plate sitting right here waiting for after the episode so I can eat dinner. Yeah.
I'm already full because I'm smart. All right, so some food related gifts. And here's one, not the first one on my list, but it's one that I almost bought for David, but I didn't. A cheese kit, like a vegan cheese kit. There is a kit out there it comes with nuts and different required things to make your own vegan cheese, and it comes in a whole box with all the stuff, and it's a really cool gift. And I thought about it, but I was like, I know David, he's gonna want to get his own nuts and his own stuff and his own things.
I've been this close to getting a cheese making kit.
It's such an interesting a little bundle that you don't have to buy a bunch of separate things. It's all comes in one thing.
It would be awesome, a vegan cheese making kit and a vegan wine at home wine kit. Yes. And then you make them at the same time and you have a cheese and wine night kind of thing. This is a great gift idea for if you have a partner. For a couple, your partner, you can make the wine and the cheese together, let it ferment because cheese has to have a fermentation with it. You can have a little date night, wine and cheese you made at home. Look at that, helping you out. Valentine's Day also coming up. You can get it for Christmas, use it Valentine's Day. There you go.
I love it. That's a great idea. Cheese related, you could also buy fancy vegan cheese, which is not something that you buy on a regular basis. But I remember when we used to work together, David, and you got that variety of the fancy cashew cheese. One of them was soaked in wine or something. I wanted to kill you because I wanted all of it.
It was
Miyoko's. So amazing. Was it
It was
really?
it was when Miyoko's
Before
first.
they were famous?
Yeah, before Miyoko's like got famous and was in all the stores, their cheese was actually a slightly different texture. Have you had Miyoko's lately? It's a little
Yes, I
softer.
have. Hmm.
It used to be a little more dense. I think they changed it slightly for packaging purposes and storing. But it was a little more dense. But and you can get them like in packages. Like they had like a farmhouse package. There was one that's like wrapped in like fig leaves, and another one soaked in wine and
Yes, that's the
ash.
one I remember, the fig leaves one. For some reason, that one sticks out
Yeah.
in my
Oh my god,
head.
it was so good. But yeah,
Yes.
yeah, it was
So
Miyoko's.
fancy vegan cheese would be like a great gift. I
Yeah.
would love that.
That's
Um,
another one you can find usually easily someone locally making a vegan
yes,
cheese option, which is
I love vegan cheese. So other options are subscription boxes. One of my recommendations is vegan cuts, which I have. It's just like a snack box,
is
like
that good?
subscription box, and I've had it before. I like signed up for like 2 months. And you get all kinds of things from like chips to bars to like chocolate, all kinds of things. I just didn't eat enough of it to like, you know, really justify having it every month, but it would be a wonderful surprise gift for someone.
Yeah,
So any kind of like, if you just Google vegan subscription boxes, you get way too many ideas.
yeah.
But
You've done a
there's
lot more
like,
boxes than I have. I don't really do subscription boxes. That's something you've done a lot more.
yeah, I have. You can also look at like there's some beauty ones, which we'll talk a little bit about later. But a lot of the things that'll come up are also like cook at home boxes. You know, like you hear about HelloFresh, which is, you know, I think they have like a vegetarian option, but that's not who we're going to promote. There's Purple Carrot. There is Green Chef, Hungry Root, and I have had Daily Harvest. Now Daily Harvest isn't like a box of where you cook a dinner or something like that. It's more like it comes pre-made for you. But like a subscription to Purple Carrot would make me a very happy vegan too. To like just get the meals sent to you. You don't have to think about anything. And now you have this like already meal prepped for the week. It's nice. It's a good little gift.
You do the subscription with like the ugly vegetables or whatever, isn't it? What's it called?
You're so mean to my
I can't remember what it's
vegetables.
called. It's
Yeah, Misfits Market for
Misfits
like
Market.
the damaged, and they're not even damaged. They're just like you said, ugly. So like
Uh,
it's a weirdly shaped
well,
fruit that's
that's what's interesting is like supermarkets like will reject weird looking because like if you
Mhm.
go get a carrot and it looks like it's been mutated, you're not people are less likely to buy it.
Right.
So what the Misfits ugly fruit
Market.
vegetable,
Yeah.
yeah, that Mission Market does is they actually buy those because they also have a reduced cost for them because they're
Mm.
not
Mhm.
desirable for supermarkets, and it's a way for that food to go even further instead of getting destroyed and rotting out and getting people getting rid of it.
And it's even like not even just misshaped if it's like smaller than average, you know, like I'll get a cabbage that maybe is like smaller than a normal cabbage and they're like no one would ever buy this. So that's also a great idea. I hadn't even thought about the one I actually get myself. What an idiot.
Oh, hey man, it's okay.
Okay, so there are vegan snack boxes besides the vegan cuts one that I mentioned. There's like candy ones. There's ones that are just like bars and stuff. There's also chocolate kits, like groups, like sets, whatever they're called. What,
A,
David?
a good site for get some of these, especially the smaller local or smaller company stuff, is veganessentials.com. They have a ton of options, and some of them are really obscure because they're really small little companies. Like they have a lot of cheeses and chocolates and candies and baked goods and stuff on there. These little small companies that don't really have much of a storefront, but they house all that stuff. I've got a few things off there, which is really cool.
That's a good point. So you could also get cooking utensils. Now I have one on here that I've asked for several years and I still don't own one and they're not even expensive. I don't know why I haven't bought myself one, but a tofu press. Any vegan that, you know, eats soy, which would, you know, be tofu, would need a tofu press because I'm tired of using paper towels and trying to dry it out myself.
That's what
Um,
I use.
if you know, want to buy something a little bit more expensive for someone, you could get them an air fryer because that is a freaking vegan essential to
Oh,
change the
okay.
game.
Let me tell you. how much I love my air fryer. Okay, put it this way: I use my air fryer so much, I need to replace the basket in it because it's just getting weird. It's all just colored.
Oh my
I use it. I used
gosh.
it tonight for
Yep,
dinner
me
to cook
too.
air fried tofu and for my sweet
Hmm.
potatoes.
Yep.
I use it almost literally every single day. Air
It's
fryer is
so handy.
fantastic. Most it's my
It
probably
is.
other than like my blender, it's like probably that I use to make my smoothies in. It's probably my most favorite kitchen
Yes.
utensil
Mhm.
machinery.
We asked this question, what are you asking for Christmas on our Instagram? And a woman named Wendy said that she's already opened a present, which I love. And it's a food processor, a
Oh
new
yeah.
one. And she's like, it's been amazing.
Oh my
So, like,
god.
if you have an old one that's like, or even if you don't have one, well, I don't know how you survive, but if you have like an old food processor, which I have like a cheap old one that I use when the other one's like dirty and I don't feel like cleaning it, but like a new one that works well can also be a game changer. So, cooking utensils and little machines are a great gift for vegans.
And newer ones are great because a lot of the newer ones have like a dough attachment and stuff with them,
Hmm.
which is great for making seitan. Which, if you listen, you know that's my favorite protein to go to.
Always
Um,
got to slide that in there.
that's it, man. But yeah, a lot of them have newer attachments that are awesome for like making soups. I like doing pureed soups, and seitans and doughs and stuff like that.
My husband and I have a kitchen utensil addiction. We're not ashamed of it. It's fine. We get all the weird ones, like the ones where you can shove the thing in the pineapple and it cores it
Oh yeah.
and it yeah, we'd have one of those. We have a mango corer that like works amazing. It just because mangoes are a pain in the butt to peel and get and it works really well. So we have gadgets. We like gadgets a lot.
Oh my god, I need to get a pineapple core. Hold on, I'm allergic to pineapple, but I still eat it anyway.
Excuse me?
What?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, like cause you know, like if you eat too much pineapple, it like kind of makes your mouth kind of hurt a little bit because
Nope.
okay. If I eat like a couple pieces is fine. When I have like if I have a reasonable amount of pineapple, my mouth hurts. Like it's raw. If I
Wow.
have too much, like my tongue, I talk like this. I can't talk. Yeah,
David.
but I will if you have a pineapple right now, you're like here's the whole pineapple. I'll eat the entire pineapple. I do not care. Oh my
Okay.
god, I love
Okay.
pineapple so much.
You're just such a psycho and I love it.
I want pineapple right now. I would eat. I would. Okay, I gotta go. I want pineapple.
We love pineapple in this house. So gadgets, those are good things. Another food related item would be cookbooks. And we shared a photo on our Instagram. If you guys want to go check it out, give us a follow, comment, stuff like that.
Yeah, we're vegans.
And I took a little picture of some of my vegan cookbooks because I have a pretty good collection.
Same.
And the person that I got for my secret Santa in our friend group is also receiving a vegan cookbook because I like to shove veganism in
That's fine.
them.
Take it.
So there you go.
I have
But
a
cookbooks are great. And I almost bought you one, but I was just like, I
I
don't know, maybe
I
not.
have a
David
bunch
likes
of
to
them.
look stuff up, but
Yeah, I have a bunch of them, and like one thing that I like having is I like specific cookbooks. That's what I kind
mhm,
of like when I actually come looking for something. Like I um I have Thug Kitchen, which I know there's a lot of contention around Thug Kitchen, but I have theirs. I like theirs, but my
I
favorite
have
ones
theirs too.
my favorite but ones I like. I have one that's just called Bowls,
Okay.
and it's just different types of like breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack bowls. But it's just like
That's
because like
great.
I'm very like I want to have like I want to meal prep bowls. I can't think of anything. I will flip through these cookbooks. I may not make exactly what it's in there, but it goes
Right.
like, oh, that kind of sounds good. But maybe I'll use quinoa instead of rice, and I'll switch this out and play it around. But it'll give me it's more for inspiration for me.
Yeah, kind of
Um,
using what you have already a little
right.
bit too. Yeah.
Yeah, and I
I
have one that's
legit do
I
the
have one
same
that's
thing.
just burgers and ones that just so I like very
That's
specific
interesting.
ones because it's otherwise you're like it's like Southern cooking. Okay, here we go. 3 hours spent through trying to find the one thing that inspires me. But if I know I want a burger, I want some sort of like
Sandwich.
sandwich. I have a book for that. I can go for that to get that inspiration from.
I
So
think that's a great idea. I never even thought about specific like types of food in your cookbook. So that's great. Another option is an online cooking class, which this was not one of my ideas. I found this one. And I think this is a great idea because there are local vegan chefs. I know of a baker here in Atlanta that has little cooking classes that's vegan. And I think that'd be great, especially for like a new vegan that doesn't really know like kind of how to make certain things. You can find someone local or, anyone. And this is a great way to support someone in a small business, like a chef that doesn't maybe own a giant restaurant but likes to cook from home or cook for their friends. I think an online cooking class is a great idea.
I've never done that before. That'd be kind of cool.
It would be. And a baking set. I thought of you because I thought of your bread making. So like you could get like a bunch of ingredients and a bunch of like utensils and things like that and make like a little baking basket for somebody.
Ooh, yeah,
You
little
know,
gift basket type of thing. Yeah.
yeah, so like if you know someone likes to bake and they're vegan, or even if they're not vegan, you can just make it that way. And it could include like anything, like even a little cookbook in there. It could have, the flour and all that stuff and just be like all put together so they don't have to do anything or get anything.
What something you can do? You can do. I've seen before. And I actually thought was a really great idea. Is getting like a mason jar and filling it with
Mm-hmm.
all the ingredients needed for like, say you're making cupcakes,
Cookies or something,
right?
yeah.
Or
Mm-hmm.
cookies or like whatever. You put in like the flour, the sugar, the whatever's needed, pre-mix. All they have to do is like add like their almond milk and the little vanilla and mix it and they're done. You can even
Mm-hmm.
include like little containers of that. But yeah, just like little mason jars that are like some sort of jar that's already filled with it. They just dump it into a bowl, add the wet ingredients, and they're good to go.
Yeah, everybody loves that, especially around the holidays, because that'll be used pretty quickly, I think.
Right.
It'd be like, yes, I have all this stuff. I can now make something while I'm home. Another idea, and I almost got this from my husband, but it just takes so much, research to figure out which one's best. But an indoor herb garden, or just like an indoor garden in general. So my husband's very much into kind of figuring out how we can grow things inside the house. But we also have a very curious cat who will eat anything. So I just didn't buy this for him. But I think it's really clever. And they have so many options nowadays where you could just grow literally anything. They have some that sit on your counter, some that can go on like on your wall as like a living wall of, produce. So that's a great idea for a vegan.
Yeah, if you have animals that get into something, you can look into doing like a hanging one that
Hmm.
actually hangs from the ceiling or hangs over an area where they can't easily get to.
I would have to because my cat is very curious.
Oh, trust me, I have plenty that are also the same. I have a freaking
I'm like,
zoo in the house.
where are these cats that don't try to eat everything? Because it's not my girl. Okay, so we're gonna move a little bit away from food and talk about kind of some random stuff that we've thought of. So you could donate to a farm sanctuary in your recipient's name, which is also something I thought about buying you, David. Because there's several farm sanctuaries in Georgia,
Mm.
but there's one that we really like, and I think that'd be a great gift, is a donation. um you could also buy a gift certificate to visit, because they have, where you can go visit a farm sanctuary. You can like, get sign them up for a time or whatever when things are safe again and it's not, horrible pandemic time. Anything to kind of get them into like a animal experience where it's a sanctuary where they're saved animals. Don't take them to a zoo. Don't take them to anything crazy like that. But like there's what's the one near us that we want to go and volunteer at?
Full circle.
Yes.
Yeah,
I've donated to them too.
a lot of sanctuaries also have like adoption options where they'll send you a picture, that sort of
Yes.
stuff. I like doing that. Like I do the adopt a turkey every year around Thanksgiving.
Knew there was something else I
Uh,
was missing.
Matter of fact, I have my
Yes.
little adoption papers here. I just got in the
That's
mail today.
so cute.
But yeah, that's also great, especially if you want to have see what your impact is. You can usually adopt or buy a bale of hay or buy some feed, and it kind of where your money's going to go to. Not only that, you also have that little connection you have physical in your hand that kind of like I did this and like I'm part of this. Or you can give us a gift, which is great. You can donate. You can donate to adopt a pig, for example,
Yeah.
on a farmed sanctuary, and use that as a gift. I've written your name, and now you technically have adopted a pig for a little bit.
Oh, so cute. And I just thought of this. So there are several cat cafes in Georgia,
Ooh, yeah.
and where you can visit with the cats and play with them. And then they're all up for adoption, and they take them from the animal shelters where they may not, where it may not be a no kill shelter, and they take care of them, they get played with, and then they're adopted out, and they're adopted out pretty freaking quickly too. From what I follow their Instagrams, they're just like barely there. There was one that I fell in love with last time I was there, and he was gone within like 2 days.
Oh my god.
So cute. So that would be a great thing to buy, like a gift certificate for someone to go to again when it's safe, and you can do things like that. Um, there's got to be other little places local to you that you could buy something. You could even buy a gift certificate for a local vegan restaurant that someone could, get takeout for to help support that business. So there's a lot of little like gift certificates and things like that, that you could buy. And then I have something very specific for the queen, my vegan queen, Esther the Wonder Pig. She's amazing. If you don't know who Esther the Wonder Pig is, you should really look her up. She lives in Canada. They thought she was a mini pig. She's not, because there's no
She is
such
not.
thing. um, but she has great merch that if you're a vegan, you probably know who she is. I talk like she's a celebrity because she kind of is. But she has great merch. She has books and calendars and stuff like that. So it would be great for like little kids too, because I mean, it's a real life pig queen that everyone loves. I would love to have products from her.
Oh yeah.
So let's see what else. There's got to be other little animals too, besides Esther, that you could buy merch for.
Oh yeah. I mean, Esther. It's actually a farm sanctuary because it just started with just
Yes,
Esther,
right.
and
Still.
it's not a farm sanctuary. So they have like pigs, obviously, and chickens and turkeys and goats and oh my. Um, I don't know. That's where my brain went. But yeah, and most of the farm sanctuaries, they said you can adopt and donate to and specify, the animal you're donating, you're adopting, and it's what's people don't realize is those donations and adoptions go a long way, mainly because they buy in bulk. So, when your donations and your adoptions go to like buying feed, they can buy a lot of feed at one time because they can buy it in bulk. So it goes a long way.
um, let's see. Beauty products. I'm just gonna quickly jump on this because the best way to find vegan options when it comes to skincare, makeup, hair products, you can check on Etsy for sure. There are local businesses. Again, you should check the ingredients, of course. There are small businesses on Etsy where you can get skincare, makeup, hair products that are vegan friendly. There's also, major organizations, major companies and brands that have vegan options for beauty products. And, ladies love beauty products. I love skincare. I don't really wear makeup anymore. Pandemic kind of ruined that. But I do skincare hardcore. So that's a big thing on my list too. So that's, definitely something you can look into. And again, we encourage you to support small businesses. So definitely look into that.
There's actually a vegan I follow. I'm friends with on Facebook, and Nanas. I apologize for I can't pronounce her name very well. But she has two companies called Goth and the Raw, which is food related, and she
Mm-hmm.
has a House of. I'm sorry, Albid. I never can. I can read it, but I can't pronounce it. But House of Abology. I can't pronounce it, but anyway,
Okay.
we'll put links because her stuff. I bring her up because her second company is focused on skincare products and hair products, stuff like that.
Nice.
But it's all she's a goth, so it's got a very amazing, awesome aesthetic.
Ooh, I love
And I
it.
apologize for if she ever hears this. I apologize for destroying the names of things. I'm very bad at words.
He is not. He's fine.
Uh,
We have some random stuff now because we're random, but these are just some ideas. The next one is something that I got last year. A supply of zero waste materials. So metal straws or, whatever kind of reusable straw your person might like. Reusable wood food utensils. I have a whole little kit of like I have a little wood straw, I have a wood fork and spoon, I have even have chopsticks. So like if I were to go out to eat, which obviously has not happened since March, I have utensils that I can bring with me so I don't have to use theirs. If I, get takeout food, I can use those instead. So
I
those are great. And they also make those produce bags. Okay, I've never used these.
mhm.
I own them, but I feel so uncomfortable that they're when I bring the bag of stuff up to the counter, they're not going to know what to do. And then I'm going to look like a weirdo. As I've seen people bring the bags. I saw someone bring the bags up to the counter and they were like, I don't know how to do this. And then it was like an ordeal and people had to leave the line. And I was like, I don't want to be that girl.
Like say like if I'm in the store and I'm like getting like produce, other than like if it's soft and can't move around like tomatoes, which they can get like
Hmm.
crushed in a second. I never use a bag.
You just put them in your gross
I
cart.
if I need like I'm gonna wash my vegetables anyway. But if I get like
I'm
five
just saying.
potatoes, I get 5 potatoes and just put them in the cart. Or I get like 4 avocados and put them in the cart. I don't put them in a bag. But if it's like easily like damaged by rolling around or being mushed, like tomatoes or like kiwi or something like that, then I'll use a bag, but I use them very rarely.
Interesting. Well, there's reusable bags you could use. I'm just saying.
And as far as utensils go, I have 2 sets of metal utensils, and they're
Hmm.
great. I got them off Amazon. Wasn't local.
Yep.
Tap me. Sorry.
Happens.
But it came with spoon, fork, knife, and chopsticks. And
Good
actually,
mine too, but mine are wood.
yeah, mine are metal. I got them off Amazon. Actually, they came in with 2. I got 2 of them.
Hmm.
I got one blue like with little blue and black packages. I got them for my Disney trip, which got canceled.
Never
Um,
happened.
yeah, but I have them for my trips, or if I'm gonna go, if you ever do go on vacation again, I have them for that,
Right.
which is fantastic. And I think everyone should have some sort of travel utensils, at least on hand for traveling or going around, or going out of town or on vacation and stuff.
Yeah, that's a really great gift.
Great
And
stocking
then you
stuffer, by the way.
can what?
Great stocking stuffer.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. You can also look into vegan leather products like vegan leather purses. They make boots, wallets, all kinds of stuff. Just trying to encourage the use of, vegan friendly products. And it looks and feels just like gross real leather. Ugh.
It's actually interesting enough. I know we try to support small business. Target, a lot of their leather stuff is
Yes.
actually synthetic. Not everything. They have some like their belts are leather, but a lot of their jackets and their shoes are all
And their
synthetic.
purses too.
Yeah, all
Yep.
synthetic. Surprisingly enough. So yeah, if you want a quick place to run in and like grab a quick faux leather gift, Target, oddly enough,
Yeah.
has some great options. You know who else has surprisingly a really good synthetic and faux uh, animal looking products?
Hmm.
Um, Pottery Barn.
Oh,
Seriously, like
wow.
all of their I know, but all of their like fur blankets, like really soft blankets, and their
Mm-hmm.
pillows, and all of their I haven't found one real product in there. It's always
Wow.
synthetic, and it's so soft and it's amazing. Like I don't even know how well they make it that well. Um, but yeah, they're
You can
great.
also find that stuff at like TJ Maxx and Marshalls. They
Yes,
have a lot of vegan purses, like vegan leather purses. So definitely look into that because that would be like a great surprise for someone. I would love that. Books. David and I love
oh
old,
yeah,
ancient books, but I'll take any books for like anything, but also like a gift card for a book company. Are there those anymore? You could even it just occurred to me you could also get them start a subscription for Audible for someone.
oh
I'm sure they have like a gift card where you could give them like 2 months of Audible where it's like $15 a month for one book. So I mean you could spend $30 and give them 2 months of books. So that'd be cool.
if you
Um
have a book lover and you're on your list, going back to small
Yes.
businesses, a local
Bookstore.
used bookstore.
Yeah.
It's amazing. We have Atlanta Vintage Books. I
I
have been
was
there in
just
a
gonna
couple
give them a
years.
shout out.
I love Atlanta Vintage Books. I need to go back just to walk around. Because
Yes.
most of those smaller bookstores, they have like really hard to find unique books, and that's basically
Hmm.
every book in my collection has come from them.
Yes.
They always have amazing books, but if you find a local used bookstore, one, the reduce, reuse, recycle. It's greener because you're not buying something that's new. You're
Hmm.
also providing some income and revenue towards a small business, usually owned by one person or two or a family, which is
Right.
fantastic. And
Who's
most of
probably
them,
struggling right now with COVID
oh
because
yeah,
they were closed for a very, very, very long time. I remember, like
yeah,
one of the last things to reopen were my local bookstores.
and
So,
most of them have gift cards or some sort of gift card
hmm,
type thing that they do that that they can use to for gifts and things like that.
right. Home decor. So I love all things home decor. Now we've talked about in other episodes about things you could avoid. Again, avoid leather in your home decor, feathers of any kind, silk, wool. All the non-vegan friendly materials. But there's a lot of home decor you could get someone that's just, some wood,
Picture
some
frames.
metal. Yes, a
Everyone loves
picture
picture frames.
frame.
I have
Yes,
so
they
many things
do.
I can hang right now. If I had the frames to do it. Picture frames they're relatively inexpensive. They're not cheap, but they're relatively inexpensive to put where you go, and they're usually made of wood or metal or anything like that. It's easily recycled or reused.
Made me think of something too because you and I both have things that we want to hang up, but they're not like a specific frame size. So if you know of like a local framing company and you want to like get a gift card because there is like a frame company near me that makes custom frames, you could always give someone a gift card for that as well. Again, a local business. Granted, you could go to Michael's and use their $50 for 50% off coupon and get it for cheaper, perhaps. But anyway, so home decor is always a big hit, especially in my house. I'll take pretty much anything. And that goes into the next thing, which apparently I hear I'm getting one of these for Christmas, a coffee mug with a funny saying. I have my vegan AF coffee mug that I got for my birthday. I actually got two for my birthday, which was hysterical. I'm like, wow, you guys know me. I have quite a few funny coffee mugs, and that's always a good gift. Or like a tea set, with a little tea kettle and little teacups. I mean, that's always something. Everyone loves either coffee or tea.
Yeah,
David.
actually, I have. You got me a mug last year. That was the mustache. I
Yes,
use
yes.
that, by the way. It doesn't sit just like in a display or in the cabinet. I put coffee in that thing. I grab it by the mustache and drink it.
Well, then you need to take a photo this week so we can post it on Instagram and
That's
show
true.
people your funny mustache mug.
My full mustache move.
I like
Mustache.
ran for that. Oh, that was
Yeah.
at Marshall's too. I clearly remember.
Yeah. I was like, oh,
It
I'm using this. Some of
was so
this.
perfect. The next thing, exercise accessories. So most intelligent people are staying home and working out at home. So like maybe they want bands, or maybe they want an exercise ball or a new yoga mat. Any of those things would be super handy right now. I also, it just occurred to me again, we talked a lot about our favorite vegan influencers on one of our previous episodes. And some of them have like meal plans and workout programs. So if you know that somebody is like a big fan of one of those people, you could always get them one of their plans. So, like, I love Bianca Taylor. So if someone wanted to buy me her workout program, that'd be cool. So like things like that, like little things you might not think of, those are small businesses as well. Those people are, just themselves working. So those are great little
Yeah,
gifts
even
and
even
cool.
even even the basics like jump ropes, water bottles, gloves. Especially if somebody uses bands, you need a pair of gloves. I do go to the gym right now, but I'm going like at 10 o'clock at night when no one's there. Especially for last night, people were there. Don't know why. I went home. It sucked. But I have bands at home I
Smart
can use,
choice.
and I have to wear gloves or it just eats my hands up. So if somebody has just made someone who just got bands or they're getting exercise bands for Christmas, a pair of like simple non-leather, because there are a lot of exercise gloves have leather on them,
Hmm.
non-leather gloves. is great for you working with bands, water bottles, even just like some protein powders, stuff like that. If
Ooh,
just some
yeah, like a
supplements.
sample of different flavors. That'd be
Yeah.
great. Um, yes, and then my last little idea, and this may not work for everyone, but I like to buy thrifted items for people. So I love going to Goodwill. I love going to yard sales and things like that, when things like that were safe. Da da da. But I love getting little thrifted things that you wouldn't find in a normal store, like a beautiful vase that you're just not going to find anywhere else. It's different, it's unique. So there's a lot of things that you can get that are thrifted that would make for a very unique gift. And you could even do a little DIY to them to make them, better than they are when you first bought them. But something that's thrifted is something different. And I think that's, maybe something people are looking for this year, this very different 2020 year. Maybe they're looking for something that's unique. So think about outside of the box, think outside of Target, and maybe look at like Goodwill and stuff too. What do you think, David?
Yeah, I mean, again, I think the good thing about going through doing something thrifted is a lot of the stuff we talked about you can find there. So I think it's a good place to start. Small businesses, thrifted items. It's a great way to stay green. As we know, we're
Yes.
dealing with a planet that's getting warmer, which is ridiculous. Shouldn't be happening, but we are. And it's a good way to reduce, reuse, recycle. Thrifted small businesses are great, especially because they're hurting in the now times, as I like to call it.
Oh,
Uh,
the now
the now
times.
times, uh, the the new abnormal that we are dealing with.
Oh gosh.
But it's a great place to find all the stuff a lot of the things we talked about, especially like the coffee mugs, home decor, and small businesses. Again, I'm trying to do more through Etsy where I can,
Hmm.
and I implore everyone else to do the same. Again, small businesses, small creators, they're really hurting because problem is when the economy goes down, people lose their jobs. There's less money to spend. You're weird about where you spend it, which means people are spending less with small businesses, and so they're hurting as well. And small businesses, it's like I think it makes up like 70% of
Hmm.
70. I think like roughly that.
Oh, it's way up there, yeah.
it's like most of the economy, and so when small businesses hurt, a lot of people hurt because they have less of a give when it comes to having employees and able to pay their employees a fair wage. So.
And also, when you support a small business, it's again something different. It's something unique. It's probably not going to be a product that you would get everywhere else. So that's definitely something that I'm focusing on this year as well. And we've talked in previous episodes, like our Thanksgiving one, about food. So when it comes to Christmas time, if you have any questions about food, what to eat, how to handle eating at a holiday get together, you can definitely go back and listen to our Thanksgiving episode where we talk a little bit about that kind of food related holiday.
Yeah, and real quick, so I get her name right because get the name of the company.
Oh, you're
It's
so sweet.
Goth and the Raw, and
Okay.
because I couldn't see the link very well on her page, it's Goth and the Raw and House of Abilene.
There you go. That
House of
sounds much
Abilene.
better.
And recent post she had, I couldn't quite read the name, but it's House of Abilene, Hous, House of Abilene, and that's a lot. That's again, it's a lot of skincare products and beauty products stuff like that are all vegan. So
We will definitely link to that in the show notes. And you can find us on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Pocket Casts, or anywhere else you get your podcasts fix. Make sure to leave us a review and recommend us to your friends, family, coworkers, strangers, the delivery driver. Of course, follow us on Instagram at The Average Vegans or email us at theaveragevegans@gmail.com. Show notes, links, and more will be found at our website. And we would love to hear from you. So email us, message us, DM us, all the stuffs. Find us.
we
And
are
that
we
is
are
about it.
everywhere.
We are everywhere. You can find us. It's about it for this week, guys.
All right. Until next time. Bye, guys.
See ya. Bye.